Wagwan, it's Lisa Legs, and I have another topic. The Great Conjunction continues. Wow. What? Okay, so I definitely wrote that down earlier while I was plucking my eyebrows, and I'm just going to dive right into it. Things in life happens in cycles. We are in a time of the ending of a lot of cycles, which also means the beginning of a lot of cycles. If you remember the big frenzy with the Mayan calendar and the 2020, and if you were following me on any social media platform back then, it's the same message, baby, except of course the expansion of it from the wisdom gleaned in the last decade or so. Long story short, I'm gonna bring it to the Great Conjunction because that's a whole nother video, that's a whole nother topic, right? So the Great Conjunction that happened, everybody was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have superpowers and all this good stuff. Do you realize that the fullness thereof is now coming to pass? Do you find yourself being honed and sharpened by everything that you've been experiencing since then? Do you find yourself tapping in, two eyes closed, first eye open? And I say first eye because I implore you to give it that word sound power of honoring your first eye. That is one of, I want to say, the things that we can do to activate ourselves. But this video is about the Great Conjunction. As a matter of fact, the topic is the Great Conjunction continues. I wrote that down, and I wrote that down in red. The Great Conjunction continues because there has been follow-up alignments. And I wish I had an astrologer to confirm that for me. I might link it below or something. I might do some research and link it in the description box. If comments are open, we'll drop a comment. My channel is not popping it with spam, so comments will be open. Check it out. Look into it. Ask yourself, how do you feel? And have you been making the decisions to build up this consistent momentum? Because what I've learned is for the people who have been tapping in, it's been one of two things in general. It's been either they keep choosing to honor their inner divinity, which puts them in positions to constantly level up within, right? More and more self-awareness, deeper understanding, deeper overstanding of self, right? And I've found I've found that the people who reject the call of their divinity are being hit upside the head by the universe. They're being put into situations of pressure to force them to choose. Because what will happen is every time we get a graceful exit and we don't take the graceful exit, the next exit is a little less graceful, is a little more pressure. So ask yourself, what is the situation that I'm in currently teaching me? Me personally, I'm learning how to receive. I've been giving my whole life. I'm learning how to receive now. Why? Because I must. I'm in this position to help the community in such a way at Art of Healing that I must be ready to receive. And I am. And I've been receiving and it feels so good. But that's another video where I talk about being in femininity and receiving. Resting in femininity. See, we all have divinely, well, some of us not so divine. That's another conversation for another time. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And that's why it's so good to have balance. But that's another video for another time. The Great Conjunction continues. I promise I don't usually ramble like this, but the messages are coming in. The messages are coming in. And I'm going to use a metaphor of a train arriving in the train station, because it doesn't just, and when it's time to take off, it doesn't go, no, it slows. stops. When it's time to go, it pulls out slowly, building momentum gradually. Everything in life happens like that when it comes to starting and ending cycles, for the most part. Actually, what I'm visualizing when I say that is the Fibonacci sequence. Let's talk about it. Our momentum is building. And it's building so that we can pilot spaceship Earth into the golden age. The great conjunction continues. This video is to be continued.